Hey, this is Retired Geek Woman, Adventures with Rhiannon, Stardew Valley 1.5 Retired Slow Play, part number 55. And we are at day 13 in winter of year number 2. And we're going to take up right where we left off. First things first, we always say good morning to our Harvey. And he tells us that Harvey Jr. is doing just fine. That's our little baby in the crib there. And you can't really do anything with them until they get a little bit bigger. Right now they're infants. So basically they sleep in their crib and that's kind of it. Oh, and Gus is coming to wish us a good morning. And he's standing on our front step there. What a beautiful day. Well, I guess if you like snow, it is a beautiful day. Otherwise, not so much. You know, as the saloon owner, I hear about everything that's going on in this town. I remember when you first moved here, everyone was a bit unsure of what to expect. A stranger from a strange city, an unknown personality. True that. 1 second, he says. He's stirring a pot. Oh my. Sorry, I have to stir this pot every 5 minutes. Okay. We're like, all right. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. You know, it's like when you're making a sauce. Okay. If you put in a new spice, that could ruin everything. He's talking about, is he comparing me to that sauce? Okay, Gus, where are you going with this? But then again, there's always a chance you'll create something new and delicious, right? That's true in true life, real life. So we're questioning him. Why get to the point, Gus? What I'm trying to say is, it's been great having you in town, and I've come to think of you as one of my good friends. Good. I'm glad he thinks that way. Anyway, I came to give you something. I was cleaning out the back room, and I found this old mini jukebox, and I want you to have it. Well, that's kind of nice. Received a mini jukebox. Jukebox. It's actually an old do-it-yourself project of mine from many years ago. They're pretty easy to make. So just in case you wanted to make more, I brought the blueprints for you. I learned how to craft a mini jukebox. Well, okay. Well, I'm going to head home. I got to get this marinara back on the stove. Have a good one. Well, thank you, Gus. That was very nice of you to give us a mini jukebox and the recipe for it. Oh, let's see. Willie wants a linked. So we got to catch one. We have no option other than to catch it. I find that interesting, and I don't know why. That some of these quests like that, especially one like that, doesn't make sense on why it would be a required quest. So I'm not really sure. It's kind of strange, isn't it? So it doesn't matter. Just going to trying to find a place. I would love to put that against the wall there. I cannot. And again, it's so sometimes placing things is a little bit difficult. Because you have to be right next to it to place it, and you can't tell if it's because you're not close enough or you're too close. It's kind of unclear sometimes on why I can't put something where I specifically want to put it. So anyway, we put the jukebox away and go do our morning chores. So first things first, we come up here and check on our kitty, and there, pick up that diamond. 750 gold in our pocket. I love it. Diamonds are the best, the most expensive gem in the beginning here. Later on, other gems will be more important, but right now, getting our monies up is really the most important thing. So we're going to stop in here and say good morning to Nanny, our goat, who has no milk today, but we'll give her a pet anyway. And we'll say hi to Clara, our cow, and give her a pet and gather our milk from our cow, Clara. And I'm still thinking about this on why we have no new babies in here. I may have to do something about that. And of course, our coop is completely full. And you can see we have 2 chickens, a brown one and white one. And we have a bunny and 1 duck. And all the rest are dinosaurs. And they are giving us the wonderful dinosaur eggs that you see that we just got. 3 of them. I think you get dinosaur eggs every 7 days, duck eggs every 2 days, and chicken eggs every day. Which, you know, at some point I think I'm going to probably sell one of our chickens and get another dinosaur because the mayonnaise is the most valuable. But I like having a chicken just because we definitely get an egg every day. Eventually we're going to get so many eggs, I'm not sure what we're going to do. So it's okay. And after doing that, we're going to check out our greenhouse and look how everything's growing in there, nice and pretty. Don't need to collect anything. And we don't have any stuff ready, so that's fine. We'll continue. Oh, look at that. I just noticed that our pickles are ready, whatever those are. I don't know what we have in there in the present moment. We should have extra stuff in here. And yes, we've got cranberries and pumpkins. Let's do the pumpkins. So we can put that in our inventory and right click everything. We did pickled corn last time. And just if you click and hold, you can just really quickly run around and take the stuff out of the preserve jars and put stuff in. If you have one item left, that tells me we can stick it outside, and there we go. 21 pickled corns is what we're going to be putting in our shipping bin. And of course, we're going to run down to the cellar and see what's going on down there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got cheeses ready. Oh, I love it. So as I've said in previous episodes, we're going to at some point, each row will be the same thing. So like one row will be cheeses, another row will be wines, and so right now it's just keep these casks fill, period, with whatever. Just keep them filled. I don't care what it is. And also we'll be adding more casks as time goes on and basically filling that room up. So I love it. That's going to be our big money maker. And when you see what these cheeses are worth overnight, you'll see what I'm talking about. And the wines, we're just basically have low level wines right now, although melons are pretty good and the pumpkins are good. The different ones are good. But when we get to ancient fruits and star fruits, that's where we'll be making huge monies. But for now, we're just going to keep them full and keep going, keep on keeping on, because that's going to keep our monies going. We don't have super huge layouts of things until we get into the obelisks that get us around faster. Those are very expensive, 500,000, $1 million for some of them. Those are very expensive purchases, and we'll just have to make do without for a while because we're not going to be hitting those kind of monies here for a while. Our next biggest expenditures are going to be the Junimo huts that we're going to put on the farm to do so the Junimals can do our harvesting for us, and getting that farm redone to get that the way we want it. That's going to take a little bit of time and money, but we can get it. I thought I'd come on down here. I knew that I found out that the linked can be caught in this mountain lake. So we're just going to do some fishing here at the mountain lake and see if we can't catch that linked. For whoever it was. I already forgot who it was. Was it Gus or Willie? I'm not sure. Whoever it was, we'll figure it out. Hopefully I won't give it to the wrong person. Oh, here's something. This looks kind of promising. And I got really excited. I thought, am I going to catch it on my first cast? Because this fish is moving all over the chart here. It's like, oh my gosh. But not sure, so it slowed down. Look at that. So that tells me it's kind of a tough fish to catch. So that's why I was thinking that this was probably a linked. I was hoping it was a linked. Wouldn't that be great on my first cast to catch whatever I came up here to get? It doesn't matter. We need whatever. And it is a sturgeon, which I did not remember sturgeons being that hard to catch. But apparently it is. I don't even know if we've caught one before. I'm not sure. So we're just going to keep at it and kind of fish here in the snow. According to my handy dandy wiki, what do we catch? A perch. The linked can be caught in this lake, period. So, and again, I do put links in my descriptions of handy places that you should check out. And the wiki is definitely one of those places. It's fantastic. And anytime I need to look up something, anytime I need to know something and I don't want to figure it out myself, for instance, I don't want to fish every body of water every season to find a linked, I went to the wiki, I searched for linked and found out that it can be caught in this mountain lake. So I don't consider that cheating. I just consider it a smart way of doing things. I'm not a person who wants to necessarily figure things out myself. You could, but no, I just didn't want to. So go to the wiki and check it out. You can also go to the Stardew Valley official forums. Fantastic group of people, and I highly recommend that you click on that link, go to those forums, create an account if you don't have one, and talk to the amazing people there. You can tell them I sent you. And I'm on that forum pretty much every single time that I am playing the Stardew Valley. I am on that forum asking questions and answering questions, and it's just a great group of people that I highly recommend that you check out. I also put a link to the official Stardew Valley webpage, which is a great thing to keep an eye on, especially if if they're doing updates, which they still do updates. I mean, it's been 7 years and this game is still being updated with all kinds of things. And the biggest shocker to me was that last year he did a 1.5, which added a tremendous amount of content to this game. Whole new landmass, new people, new quests. It was shocking to me how much that got added to the game with 1.5. And 1.5 did come to mobile, and I don't know about the other ways to play the game because I don't play it. So I haven't kept up to date on that. So anyway, 1.5 is what I'm playing. It's content that it added content that you all haven't seen yet. We will get there eventually. For my new people, my new subscribers that are watching this video, it is my intention to play this playthrough until I have reached 100% completion. And the 1.5 added a way to know if you have played through 100% of the content in the game. In my 11-year playthrough that I have, that you haven't seen much of, I am at 87%. And I decided to start over again, which has been a wonderful experience because there's so many things I've forgotten because I haven't started over for a very long time, 5-6 years, maybe more. I think I started playing this the first year that it came out, and I had not started over again. So it's been really delightful to experience things that I've completely forgotten about. And again, regarding forgetting, because I'm jumping around a little bit, I do have a little bit of short-term memory loss, and it's kind of normal senior memory loss, but it kind of is nice because you forget things completely that you didn't remember. So if I do repeat things, sometimes that's why, and other times I'll repeat things is because I'm not sure. I just want to repeat them. I want to make sure that I've told y'all something. Back to this playthrough, I just want to make sure you know that it is my intention to play this playthrough through 100% completion. So it's going to take a while. It's going to take quite a few episodes. And if you would like to know my upload schedule, you can go to my main page, my main YouTube page, and you can click on a couple of things. There's a community tab where I post things specifically for my community. Sometimes it's polls, sometimes it's announcements. So just anything important there, and just some other things. Sometimes I post pictures of my kitties. You can go there and get all kinds of information. And my About tab has my upload schedule. I keep that current and updated so that you know when I'm going to be uploading which games that I'm playing. Currently, as of this video, Stardew Valley is uploaded on Mondays and Fridays at 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And then I'm playing a second game called Ken Seed, and it is a fabulous new game that I'm absolutely in love with. It's currently being uploaded an episode on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. So that's what I'm currently uploading, and then usually on the weekends I have something on the community tab for you to check out. So lots of things going on, and I want to get a comment here. I want to tell you how much I appreciate all of my subscribers, every single one of you. You are so important to me. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate what every day I get up for breakfast, and the first thing I do is I go to my YouTube on my phone, and I say, do I have any new subscribers? And I get so excited when there's a new one or 2 or 5 or however many that day. I just get so excited. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, I really would appreciate it if you would, because it makes YouTube like me better, so they show my videos to more people. It also lets me know that I'm doing something that other people find interesting and valuable, because you know, there's just scores of Stardew Valley playthroughs out there. I find that what I'm doing is different. I'm not power gaming. I'm not min-maxing. I am taking my time to enjoy this beautiful game that has brought so much joy and happiness to people. It's a calm, relaxed, as I learned a new term called chill game. There's very little fighting in this game. If you're wanting to do 100% completion, then you kind of have to fight a little bit. But it's not that much. It's not that hard. If I can do it, anyone can do it. I am a terrible fighter, absolutely terrible. But in this game, you don't have to do a whole lot, and at some point, you don't have to do any if you don't want to. So I'm past the place where I would have to fight in the mine that's right above where we're standing. I only go to the mine if I need ore, and because of my good equipment that I have found through playing in the mines, it's not that hard. I don't die in the mine. There's another place we're going to have to go to called the Skull Cavern, and we'll get to it eventually. I'm not overly worried about it. Man, what is this? Must be another sturgeon, I guess. I'm not overly worried about it. I know how to do Skull Cavern and minimize the fighting that we have to do there. So we'll get around to it. As I used to say to my dad, I would get around to it. So, and while we're watching this not catch this sturgeon, one time I told my dad that I would do it when I got around to it. He was talking about a chore. I got home from school, and he had a round piece of paper he had stuck on my stereo, and it said "to it" inside of the circle. And he explained that is your around to it. Get your chores done. So my dad was really strict, but he was funny about it sometimes, and that was one of the many times. And he's gone now, and that's one of the things I remember is his incredible sense of humor. He was very strict with us kids, made sure that we grew up right, but he was also funny about it most of the time. So I'm headed for home now, and I remember I can go in the mine cart, so I almost went the long way. I thought, no, I just go right up here and hit the bus stop, and we're almost home already. So how about that? We didn't catch the Lincoln today, but we're going to try it again. My cork bobber ran out, and that's why I decided to not continue fishing. The cork bobber makes your green bar bigger, which really makes, to me, fishing a lot better. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to start collecting the highest quality of each fish and 5 of them. And I'm pretty positive there's no sturgeons here. So I think that was the first sturgeons that I've caught. So I was like, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the highest quality of each fish that I have stored, and I want 5 of those. So if I have 6, I'll start putting the rest of them into our shipping bin. I see no reason to keep more than that, but I also want to start keeping them because there's been many times where someone wants something and I don't have any or very few of them. So also the largemouth bass, I would swear that we had largemouth bass in here, but apparently we didn't. So it's like, okay, that's a couple of fish that we didn't have. So just kind of organizing myself, what's going to be put in the shipping bin, what's going to be stored, and just kind of pop these in here. And again, fish is I know you don't believe I'm saying this, but fishing is a good way to get money. In the beginning, it's a very frustrating mechanism in the game. I do not like fishing in Stardew Valley, and at some point I won't fish at all when I get to a point of where I've caught what I needed to catch. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So I'm sorry, my brain went kind of deaf, dumb, and dumb blind there. I do see that we have these artifact spots, and in the wintertime, I swear all I get is winter roots and crystal fruits, and I don't know. I almost walk past them in the wintertime because I don't get very many. It's kind of annoying, but at the same time, every once in a while, you do get an artifact that you need to take to the museum, which is, again, a long-term goal of getting all of the items that you need for the museum. And I saw an interesting post on the forums today when I was checking it out, and someone was talking about that. they didn't know how to know what they were missing in the museum. And someone popped a screenshot of their current museum up there. And I made a comment about this because when I was first playing it and I didn't know what I was missing, I found a screenshot of someone that had completed the museum, got it from the forums, and what I did was completely rearranged my museum items, because you can do that. When you pull it up, you go to the museum like you're donating or whatever, you can move stuff around. So what I did is move stuff around to match that completed one that someone had posted, and what that did was tell me what I was missing. Now, it doesn't really matter because you're going to catch them in certain order. You're going to catch them eventually, but you're not going to find a certain one in a certain place. And so, I'm sorry, I'm kind of screwing up here. I wanted to put that bobber on the fishing pole and then put things away. And my chest is full. I don't have room for that extra bobber. So I'm kind of looking at this again and seeing, do I have duplicates? Do I have lower quality of things that I can toss in the shipping bin? So I was kind of looking through here. But anyway, regarding the museum, that may be what I end up doing, but it doesn't really matter in the scheme of things, because eventually you'll find everything that you need for the museum. So anyway, that was just my OC way of doing it before, and I may do that again. I haven't decided yet, but I thought it was an interesting idea, and since it was mentioned this morning, I thought I'd mention it now since we were talking about artifacts. So anyway. Gonna keep the charcoal kiln and the furnaces cranking away and making our bars and things so that when we need them, we have them handy, because you never know when you're gonna say, oh, I need to make this or that. And we're gonna go up here and look at Harvey standing here. Everybody seems to be in the baby room, fiddle with this radio. So it's important to take a day off now and then. It truly is, Harvey. I completely agree with you. There's little Harvey Jr. Again, you guys didn't get to see Harvey Jr. be born, delivered. He actually just shows up. We'll have a second child, and hopefully I won't mess up. My software won't mess up, and you'll get to see that. So anyway, let's see what we got here. Oh, it's a good amount of money. And so our pickled corn is 150 each, so 3,100. Look at those cheeses. 960 gold for one iridium quality goat cheese. Now you know why I can't wait to fill our casks with goat cheese. 12,000 for our little fishing stint and our diamond, and boy, that's good. So we did pretty good overnight there. And again, that's just getting our monies up. Look at that, 97,000. And we're in no big rush and big urgency. Hey Harvey, how you doing? He says, I like being a father. Well, that's nice. I'm glad you do, because it was your idea. All right, we got some mail. Starting tomorrow, the traveling merchant fleet will dock at the Pelican Town for a yearly night market, 5 p.m. Please visit the beach after 5 to join the festivities, and there's free coffee. So in the year 1 of this playthrough, I went to every single event that there was. This year, I will be a little bit more selective, but probably go to most of them, especially because now we have monies available. We can purchase things that we couldn't afford to purchase in the first year, specifically the rare crows. The rare crows, there's 8 of them, and you collect them. And if you collect all 8 of the rare crows, there's something special that happens. So I'll try to make sure that I get them all. I probably ought to put them in order in my chest that I'm storing them right now, so I can make sure which ones that I have and don't have, and because I want to make sure that I get them all. So I'm trying to milk Clara if she would hold still a second. But yeah, the rare crows. Eventually in the spring, we're going to put them out in the field, so it's easier to see which ones we have and don't have when they're tucked away in storage, which I think they will be. So I'll run around and say good morning to everybody and collect all the eggs. Make sure that what I'm doing is I hold my right mouse button down and just kind of walk along, and what it does is it makes sure everybody gets petted. Then I collect all of the mayonnaise, and then I check and put the eggs in and then see which eggs we have the most of and kind of grab 3 so we can pop them in our mayonnaise maker right there. So I think I got everything picked up. Sometimes those eggs are hidden like right there. There must be an egg. Yeah, there was a duck egg in front of me that I couldn't see. So it's like, why can't they do that all the time? They lay eggs in the way where I can't possibly see them. So check in here real quick. Everything's looking good. Oh, we have an ancient fruit. Check it out. Yes, yes, yes. The ancient fruits are going to be our big money makers. And so you can see me, I'm putting it in the seed maker. It takes 10 seconds to get seeds. So what I've started is on the north right side of the greenhouse. I've started a patch with an iridium sprinkler where I'll eventually have 24 plants going. These ancient fruit seeds, once you plant them, you never have to plant them again because they keep producing. So, and that one seed gave me 3 more. So I'm so excited about that. Eventually, my goal is to have 3 patches of 24 of the ancient fruit seeds and 1 patch of the star fruits, because those have to be replanted, but I like to keep them going because they are the highest quality fruit in the game. And so we'll grow. I do grow other things. I do put other things in these kegs here, but that ancient fruit is the second highest, and the star fruit is the highest. So this time we have apple wine, and putting our stuff away here and making sure that we do that extra step that we're adding to our chores, which is to go to the cellar. We have 1 cheese ready, and we have a piece of cheese on us, I do believe, so we're just going to pop it right in there. We also have these wines ready, and for now, we're going to put all the wines that we have in storage here, and you can see that we have different ones. Eventually, I won't be doing that. Eventually, it'll only be the star fruits and the ancient fruit wines. But for now, since we don't have any of those, we're just going to put what we have. We have 1 piece of iridium quality goat cheese to pop in there, and you saw how much we got for that last night. I mean, holy tamale. We're still needed to catch that linked for Willie. That's our task there. And we still don't have those lobsters. For some reason, it's taking forever to get the lobsters. Not sure why. I don't think it's me. I don't think it's anything that I'm particularly doing. But anyway, it's taking forever. So I think we're going to make a little trip and go down to the mine for a little bit. We do need to keep our ore supply up, and I think it's time for some copper ore. So that's what we're going to go do. Go collect some copper ore in the mine. Again, as I mentioned earlier, it's, fighting is just really not very difficult at all anymore for us, especially in the upper levels of the mine. When I say upper, I mean the floors with the lower numbers, so 5, 10, 20, 25. The higher numbers are the lower parts of the mine, and those are a little bit more difficult, but really not horrible. We also need bug meat, so this is a great place to get it. As you can see, this is going to give us copper ore and bug meat. Bug meat is for bait, and we need bait. So this is kind of a dual trip here to get copper ore and bait is what I'm looking for. And so it's going to be a pretty easy trip for us, not a difficult one at all. We can see how much we're getting of see, we already got 15 copper ore already, only on 1 floor. So anyway, that's why we're here today. I didn't see any more nodes, any more bugs, so we're going to keep on coming down a little bit and just kind of keep working it. So no problem at all. Easy peasy. And while we are kind of wandering around here and looking for stuff, I do want to give a quick disclaimer about our kittens. We recently got 2 new kittens, and they're actually pretty quiet for the most part. They don't cry a whole lot. They are kittens though, and they play. And when kittens play, they tend to occasionally lose their minds, and one of them gets mad and starts growling and hissing. So occasionally you're going to hear that. And the other thing that you're going to hear is unexpected noises, which just happened a minute ago. We've got a number of scratching posts for them to teach them to scratch that instead of our furniture. And one of them is like it has 3 scratching posts on a little platform kind of thing. And it's really a nice one for them, and it has a little ball to play with. Well, one of our kitties, I do trim their nails, and one of our kitties, she desperately needs her nails trimmed. She got her nails caught in it and knocked it over, so it made a loud bang noise. So I obviously had to go check. She was fine, but it did make a loud noise. I thought, oh my goodness, what was I talking about? I lose my train of thought, and sometimes I'll go back and re-record things if I hear those noises, but I think there's just a little bang there. It's no big deal. I just wanted to mention it. Disclaimer, brand new kitties. Eventually, I will be posting pictures on the community tab. Another reason to go there. You can see pictures of our new babies and how they're helping our hearts heal. I did post a video a while back of our 2 boys that we lost. We had beautiful long hair Siamese boys that were brothers, litter mates that we had for 13 years. We lost them within a week of each other, and they had both been sick. One got really sick and we lost him, and within 6 days we lost his brother. He just was devastated, and it's amazing that that can happen, and I've kind of half expected it because they had never spent a single night apart. And it was just way too much for our second guy, and we lost him too. So anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'll start to cry again. I cried for a month, so I'm ready to not cry. And these new guys are helping with that. I told a relative recently who was asking how it was going. I said, you know, both my husband picked out one first, and then I picked out one for me, and they're completely different. My little girl has little white paws, and I think the way I described it to one of my relatives is that my little girl took my heart in her little white paws, and she gave me the ability to not cry every day anymore, and that's what I feel. She's on my lap right now, just purring her head off, and it just, my heart is so light, much lighter, and so anyway, I just wanted to share that. I know a lot of you are animal lovers, and while I'm wandering around gathering ore and bug meat, I just wanted to share that because she's sitting here watching my screen, trying so hard to get up on my desk and attack the screen. So they are wonderful, and I'll share more about them later. But right now, this is about Stardew Valley, right? So we're doing pretty good here. I've got over 30 ore and 7 bug meats. Each of those bug meats represents 5 bait. So that was it was a twofold reason why I came here, as I wanted to get those 2 things. And I knew that these floors had those 2 things, these floors of the mine. And if you don't know that, again, the wiki told me that. So if I had looked up bug meat, it would have told me, where you get what bugs give those bug meats, and then you could find out where those bugs are. And I'm on the mine. It's like floors 20 and further down give you the bug meat, the bugs that give the bug meat. Oh my gosh, I sound like an idiot. So I felt like this was a good use of our day. I hate running out of bait. And it seems like inevitably I put it off until it's like, oh, I gotta have it, and then I have to stop whatever things. I find that wintertime is a really good time to do this kind of thing because you have no crops really to deal with. I mean, you've got your animals, but it's not the same as the planting and the harvesting and other things that we have to do the other 3 seasons. So that's a good time to do this kind of thing. I saw somebody on the forums was saying, I don't get past the winter season because I get bored. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, winter is like a busy time for me because there is so much to do. It's a great time to do what I'm doing right now, to go in the mines. If you haven't finished the mine, you haven't got to the bottom, it's a great time to do that. It's a great time to upgrade your tools. It's a great time to work on relationships. To me, it's a good time to do all kinds of things. Plus, I like the 2 events that happen in the winter. The one that's coming up, I don't know if we've heard this yet, coming up here soon. The events, we'll just say that. If you haven't seen it, I did it in the previous year playthrough, and we're going to do it again. And this second year we're going to do it again. So it's fun. I think there's lots of things to do. I don't get bored. I don't know. I guess I never get bored with this game. Now, do I like the winter? Not particularly. because I don't like winter in real life, and it is right now in my real life, it is winter time and I don't like it, but it's becoming spring soon, and it's just like spring in this game. I love it. I get so excited when everything buds out, and the same thing in this game. It's so beautiful in the springtime with everything all nice and fresh, and it does look fresh and springy. I love it. So we'll get to enjoy that soon. We are almost halfway through the winter season. And so anyway, yeah, that's where we're at. And again, I'm getting lots of more bug meat. This is great. I see the copper. It's like, oh my gosh, go and get that copper. And there's more bugs down below. Those flying ones, just if you haven't seen those before, if you don't bump into them, they will leave you alone. Not that flying one. I'm talking about the little greenish ones that are hovering along. But they give you bug meat. So they're an easy target. So I'm trying to get everything out of the way so I could kill those. There we go. More. So again, there was 2 reasons for coming here. I was hoping I could hit that thing without having to break that rock, but it looks like I'm going to have to break the rock. You can see he's not bugging me at all. No pun intended. He wasn't bugging me at all, but if I bumps into you, then it hurts you. So, but I want the bug meat. So look at that. Health-wise, you can see I haven't had to eat any food at all, and I have almost full health, completely full health. So that's not too bad for the amount of floors. We've been down 7 floors, and my health is almost full. So that should give you an indication of how much easier it is to fight the creatures in this game at this level, at this point. It's really not a struggle, and it's not stressful. I mean, it's pretty chill, actually. I mean, you've seen how easy it is for me to kill these monsters, and you can see my health is really not even touched. We've got over 60 copper ore, which is fantastic. And look at that bug meat. So each one of those is 5. I think it says 10. So we've got 50 bait right now. So we're doing pretty daggone good. It's 10:50. Generally, as a general rule, I try to get to bed by 10 p.m. There are exceptions, like now. It's like, okay, I'm doing pretty good here, and I really hate to stop. There's another piece of bug meat. I hate to stop, but it is kind of getting late. It's like, okay, I can pick these couple things up. I don't know. I was debating it as far as the lateness. I don't like to get going too late or be out too late. It's just it's partially a role-playing thing for me, and it's also a not being able to see. Then I remember there's this thing here, this stone that was blocking our way. So oh yeah, I've got the axe, I can do it. And look at this guy. Look at this. Who is this little creature? This is Dwarf. That's his name. One day you'll tell me about this beverage called milk. He sells stuff like oil, bombs, miner's treats, and a rare crow. Look at that. So it's like, okay, $2,500, no problem. We've got plenty. And a weathered floor recipe and a stoned carrot. The recipe makes, I'm pretty sure, my favorite flooring for the outside. I'll have to double check it. It's only $500 for the recipe. When you click on a recipe like that, you automatically learn the recipe. So you can see this little guy sells stuff, and it was so funny because I forgot about him completely. Then I saw that little stone over there. I thought, I wonder if my golden pickaxe can break it, and it sure did. So that is kind of awesome that I remembered that guy, and I got to show you that guy. I forgot all about him. So anyway, it's getting very late. It's 12:20, which is not good. So I'm trying to get my resources and things put away really quickly. Again, when you open a chest, it pauses the time. As long as you get in bed by 2 a.m., then nothing happens. If you don't, you will collapse, and you have to pay someone that's found you and put you in bed. And so I don't like that. If you go to bed after 1 a.m., then your health is reduced the following day. I'm not your health, your energy is reduced the following day. So I don't like to hit any of those targets. I want to get in bed by 10 p.m. I hate it that I'm out this late. It bugs me, and it keeps telling me it's getting late. I know it's getting late, and it starts causing me anxiety. As you can see, I did not have that particular rare crow. I've got number 7, number 1, number 8, number 2, number 4, and number 6. So I really need to put them in order and say, okay, what ones am I missing? There's 8 of them, and I don't have them all yet. Some of them are, I think some of them are rewards, and some of them are purchasable. Like that guy was purchasable. There's some that are purchasable at markets or various events. So I've got to make sure that I know where they are to make sure I get them all, because it's cool what happens when you get them all. So a teaser. I'm sorry I teased you. If you have not watched one of my episodes, I try very hard not to spoil things for you. So, and what I mean by that is there are things that happen that are really cool, and I want you to, if you have not seen it before, I want you to experience it the way that I did. I may tease about it, but I'm not going to tell you about it. So anyway, that's what I mean by I'm not going to give spoilers out as much as possible. Look at that goat cheese, $9.60 for one. Can you imagine if we had a cellar full of goat cheeses that are iridium quality? And it will happen. It's so exciting when it does. All right, we are coming up on day 15 of winter in year number 2, and we're at 99 gold. We still need to catch a Lincoln. We still need the lobsters. And we're going to say hi to Harvey here. And he says, I think I'll take a little walk today. Well, that's good. You take a walk in the cold and the snow. And I'm going to just get my work done. But it's a sunny day. That's cool. Grab our things that we need to do what we need to do this morning. And you can see that we've got some geodes. So I think we may have to make a trip over to Clint. Pet the kitty. Water the bowl instead of the opposite like I do about half the time. And run down here and check our animals. There was a poll that was done asking you guys if you want to watch the menial chores that I do every single morning, and the poll was, the answer was, the winner was yes, leave it in. So that's why you're going to see me doing morning chores every single morning, and they're the same. So anyway, that's why I'm doing my morning chores. We're going to collect our milk. There's not going to be any milk from Nanny, but we could give her a pet there so that she knows she's loved. And we're going to put the milk that we do have in our cheese maker. We got regular cheese and a goat cheese. Oh, I was so excited when I get the goat cheese. And stop in and say good morning to all of our creatures in the coop. This is the deluxe coop. And you can see my little heater there keeping everybody warm, picking up all the eggs. Grabbing all the mayonnaise. I think everybody got some loving this morning. And again, there's always going to be a regular egg. Every other day there'll be a duck egg, and every 7 days we'll get the dinosaur eggs. They're not on the regular schedule, so it kind of is intermittent on when we get those. I'm always excited. Let's run in here and check the greenhouse real quick. And we have apples ready. We got 3 apples. That means that none grow if you don't pick them. So we're going to go ahead and pick the apples. And yum, apples. That's the only fruit tree that you can see in there at the moment. Fruit trees are relatively expensive. So for now, that's all we got. Eventually, I will have one of each fruit tree in there. And I like to grow them in the greenhouse because they don't go dormant in the winter in there. Whereas if they're outside, they go dormant. Now, last big playthrough that I did use fruit trees for decoration. Oh, we got 2 cheeses ready. How nice is that? And what do we have here? I'm gonna check. Okay, we're gonna take our goat cheeses, which are more valuable than the milk, than the cow cheese. I'm trying to talk and think at the same time. Not a good idea. So pop them in there. You can see they were already gold quality. So all we got to do is go from gold to iridium. And awesome. Now we've got our 2 iridium regular cheeses that we can put in our shipping bin. And that's what we shall do. A train is passing through Stardew Valley. Now, if you have been watching my episodes, we're on number 55, you will note that we have had horrendous luck with the trains. In my previous 11-year playthrough, I don't think I ever had a time where I went up there and there was nothing that the train dropped off. This playthrough, it has been astronomically unbalanced of how many times I've gone up here and there's been nothing that the train has dropped off. So I really almost didn't come up here, but we'll see what we get this time. So we're going to run up here. You can see there's a train going through town, and this one is full of presents. Look at this. So I always come run over here to the far right hand side where the train's going through just in case. And look at all these presents that are in there. I'm hoping that our luck will change and that we'll get something that gets dropped off the train. And I'm sorry you can't see it dropping off because I always stand right up here. And it usually things get dropped off further down the track, but I'm going to stand right here and wait till this train passes. It's a long one and it's full of presents. Wouldn't it be awful if we didn't get any presents that dropped off the train? I have said it before, the first train I ever saw dropped off like 16 geodes, so I assumed it would always drop off things like that, and that is not the case. That was a very unusual thing to have happen. So the train is now done passing through. So now we're going to run along after it's completely gone and run along and see if we get anything. What are we going to get? Well, there's shoes. Leprechaun shoes. 2, oh my gosh, 3, 4, 5 pairs of leprechaun shoes. They all give +2 defense and +1 immunity. And what I have on is 4 and 4. So we don't really need these leprechaun shoes for anything. Oh my gosh, how funny is that? 5 pairs of leprechaun shoes. That was just too daggone funny. So I guess we got presents from the present train that went through Stardew Valley. So that was definitely worth the trip. And after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we can run by the Adventurers Guild and sell off most of those. But I thought that was just too funny. So leprechaun shoes, who knew, right? I hate these purple boots that I have. It doesn't fit my clothing, but they're the highest, I'm trying to say, the best defense for fighting that I currently have. So anyway, I just thought that was so daggone funny. We got 5. What are we going to do with 5 pairs of leprechaun shoes? With our bug meat, we're going to make our bait. And 5 each, so here we go. All right, we got new bait to put on our fishing pole. You can put up to 999 bait on a fishing pole, which is cool. And there we go. So obviously we don't have that much bait, but eventually we'll have more. So I'm gonna get these out of the way. I am gonna take those up to the what I'm trying to say, Adventurers Guild, where you can sell equipment and stuff that you don't use or don't want. We'll take them up there and get some money for them. What the heck, right? We're going to go down to, we still need to catch that linked, and we need to get our lobsters. It's like, okay, get the right tool out for the right job here and get these wormy winter roots. Oh boy, I'm so excited. Not. And mixed seeds. Mixed seeds are actually useful because those become actually a resource that we're going to need. So that's actually a good thing. I think what we'll do first though is we've got a bunch of geodes, but I thought maybe we would try to fish up that daggone linked first. So get all this stuff out of the way. The reason I'm coming here first too is because the Adventurer Guild opens at 2 o'clock and I want to run in there real quick. So see how much we can get for those leprechaun shoes. So I don't know. I think we'll keep one, but we'll sell the rest. And that's why I came up here. I thought, well, if I could come up here and fish for that linked first and then run over to the Adventurers Guild, 2 birds, 1 stone. And so we'll see how we do here. So it's okay. Anything we catch, we don't need. There's a bullhead. We're going to pop it in our shipping bin anyway. So it's not a waste of time. Do a little bit of fishing. We are right at 99,000 gold. That's fantastic. Like I said earlier, we don't have a whole lot of things we're spending it on right now, but that doesn't mean we don't need the money or won't need it eventually. The first thing we're really going to be spending money on is the Junimo huts. I know we need, it seems like 20,000 for each of those, and we also need star fruits. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What is this? This is kind of jumping around. I don't know what it is. We need star fruits for those Junimo huts too. Oh, come on, man. Ugh. But we don't have enough yet, so we're actually propagating them and growing them. I think we need like 9 star fruits per Junimo hut. Plus there's other resources needed, plus the gold, of course. And we've got plenty for that. And hopefully, maybe, we'll be able to get them in the spring. I'm not sure yet. If we're going to have everything we need, we'll see. We got 15 days, not 15 days, I'm sorry. We have 13 days left in the season and lots to do in those 13 days. So we'll see. And I was like, okay, that's a complete waste. Come on, give me the linked. Why am I not catching that? I've got all the right tools. Best fishing pole, the best, in my opinion, bait, the best tackle, and we're catching green algae. It's okay. It's part of it. It's after 2 p.m., so hopefully I can catch it quick and then run over to the Adventurers Guild. I can't remember how late they're open, but they open at 2. It's a weird time, but that's cool. I guess they sleep the rest of the time. And no linked that time. Just a bullhead. That's okay. That's okay. That's not what we want, but that's okay. We got time. We're not in a rush. Remember, retired, slow play. We're good. It's all good. And let's see what we got this time. And nothing big. I say that often, retired, slow play, because I do not want people to think that I'm power gaming. And I want them, if they're going to start watching a video, to watch it to the end. Please. So if they do, then it helps YouTube like me, of course. All right, it's after 2 p.m. I double checked. I didn't mean to throw a fishing pole at you. Talking to Gil, he says I haven't met any of the reward requirements, and they're 150 each. So I'm going to, and I don't know why they don't stack, but whatever. I'm going to keep one. I don't know if we could dye them. Eventually we can get into sewing. There's so many things that we haven't even started with. Anyway, I ran over there because I wasn't sure how long they were open, and I just wanted to make sure, and I was tired of fishing in that spot and not getting anything. I thought I'd move over here. Why not, right? Let's give this a try and see if we can get anything different. I don't know that it really matters, but any fisher person would tell you if you're not catching what you want in one spot, move to another. So I did. Caught an iridium quality bullhead for my trouble. So okay, we'll take that iridium quality bullhead, but we really want a linked. Oh boy, this one looks interesting. Well, anything that's harder means it's a higher quality fish or a more difficult to catch fish, and a linked is a very high difficult fish to catch. So this is promising. If we could just keep it right, and that's why I like that green bar being bigger. It gives me a better chance. That's why I use the cork bobber. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Don't you make me go back and start over again, please. Ah! This is a tough one. So I don't know. I'm not sure. We're going to keep trying, though. But when it darts up and down like that, it just annoys the crud out of me. Don't you go off. You stay on that green bar or whatever you are. Stay, stay, stay. Okay, almost there. And it's like, oh, and then it starts jumping around everywhere. Oh my gosh, I hate fishing. To me, it's stressful. Fishing is stressful in this game. That's not fun. So, oh my gosh, I should do a poll. What's the most stressful activity in Stardew Valley? A linked, yes. So, that was why that thing was so hard to catch. And I'm like, I'm so overfishing today. The only reason I was fishing is to catch that linked. Which we have to take to, I believe, Willie. And we'll see how that helps our relationship. And maybe he'll give us money for it. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that's the only reason why I was fishing, was to catch that. So as far as fishing in this game is, since I don't care for it, I'm going to fish when I have to, when I need to catch a certain kind of fish, and that's it. The rest of the time I'll be doing other things. It's really not my desire to fish in this game. So awesome. And it did say also that the night market was open, and I thought maybe we can go ahead and run down there to see if there's any more rare crows or anything else that I want to purchase. So I don't want to be spending a lot of money on things like decorations and things like that, because we have other things we really need to save our money for. But oh, and Willie just passed by. I just saw Willie running by, so we don't have to miss him. So apparently he didn't want to go to the night market. Hey, Willie, wait. And let me throw my fishing rod at you. Did you know Elliot hates salmonberry? He finds it absolutely gross. Okay, thanks for letting me know. So if I went in to Sam's thing, oh, good, it's a real lunker. Okay, thank you. And what do we get? Oh, $5.50 for catching a fish. Okay, cool. We'll take it. Thank you there, bud. And how's our relationship with Willie doing now? Where is he? Oh, cool. We have one more heart to be 8 hearts with him. If you have not watched my previous episodes, I had a goal of having 8 heart relationships with at least 10 people before the end of year 2. I have already accomplished that. So having accomplished that, I'm kind of casually working on the next person. Willie was one of my people that I'm working on. So here's the night market. It is here for 3 nights in a row. And so I thought, well, let's check and see what this guy's selling, see if there's something. And these are decoration items, and I'm just not prepared to be spending that kind of money for decorations. Eventually, we will have a beautifully decorated farm. Beautiful decorated farm. Let's see what's down here. Oh, I think there's some little show thing off to the right. We're not going to do that this time. Let's see what we've got. No, there's some seeds for sale. So if you don't have those seeds yet, we've got that one. That's number 7. We've got that one. That's whatever number that is. We've already got those 2 rare crows. So again, that's one reason. Another reason I wanted to kind of double check and make sure which ones we have. Again, these are things that, we don't need these things. If you never have not gotten the coffee bean, you could buy it there. We had already gotten our first coffee bean. I only need the one. And see, this guy here, this dude standing right up here, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I was looking to see what the different places are. That's the mermaid show, and I don't want to do that yet. I couldn't, there's a certain thing you need to do there, and I wasn't ready to do it. Let's see, it's 7:20. That's Emily standing there. And there's our coffee person down here. They'll give you a free coffee. Want a cup of coffee? Sure. I'm not a coffee person in real life, but I'm not a coffee person in the game. I know a lot of people are. They would not play this game without coffee. The only reason I care about coffee is Harvey. Let's go here. We didn't do this last year, and I thought you might enjoy seeing this. Hi there. Want to take a deep sea fishing tour? It costs 1,000 gold. We have the money, no problem. So what you do is you can see the bubbles. It's kind of simulating the submarine going down. So we got a submarine going down. And when we get to the bottom, then they're going to open this door and we can fish, deep sea fishing. So that's kind of cool. We didn't do that last year. We were short on money last year, but this year we're going to splurge and go deep sea fishing. Now, when you are deep sea fishing, it's important to keep in mind, that time is passing. So you can't be down here forever. You will pass out. So just keep that in mind. I thought, okay, I didn't put that in there right. So we're going to start again. And you can catch fish down here that you cannot catch anywhere else. So it's kind of exciting because we don't know what we're going to catch. Oh, and a treasure chest to boot. But if I can just catch whatever this is. No! That's not cool. And time again is passing just like it does when you're fishing regular. So, and you have to allow time to get back up to the top because remember you're in the, oh, that's not fair. Not fair at all to catch seaweed. We're paying 1,000 gold to catch seaweed. Not cool at any way, shape, or form. Was that cool? It's like you shouldn't be able to catch seaweed. Okay, what do we got? We got a midnight squid. Okay, that's interesting. A midnight squid. What else did we catch besides seaweed? Ugh, that made me mad. Okay, we got a hit. So let's see what we got here. And look at the little things floating by. There's squids and things floating. There's I don't know. What's that? A spook fish. Okay. A spook fish. Interesting creature. And seaweed. Ugh. I just love it though if you're watching that screen up there, you can see things floating by. And a hit. All right. Something. It's something. We don't know what. It's just interesting. It's something different, interesting we hadn't seen before, right? And it is another midnight squid. So I'm watching my time. It's 10 p.m. We're going to be staying up a little bit late. Don't know how late. All right, let's see here. Okay. Again, I don't even remember what can be caught. So it's kind of cool because it's been so long since I've done it. And another midnight squid. And a new something. A new record, that's what it said. Fish have sizes. And you can check with your, I guess, I don't know, call inventory or whatever, where you can look and see how big the fish are that you've caught. And seaweed. Oh, that's ticking me off. That's 3. I paid 1,000 gold to fish up seaweed. No, I did not. So, okay. What are we going to catch this time? Ah, no. This looks like a tougher one, so hopefully we can catch it. Less common, I guess I should say. Stay on there, stay on there. Come on. Ugh. No. Stay on there. Ah. I don't know what it was. Makes me mad. I don't know what all we can catch, and then it's just been too long, so this is kind of fun for me, even though I've caught 3 pieces of seaweed, which is very annoying. I'm sorry, 4 pieces of seaweed, which is excessively annoying. Paying 1,000 gold just to fish up seaweed. I could fish it for free. Ugh. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Sorry, Rian is not happy with that. So what do we got? Let's see what we got. We got something. And it looked like it was pretty easy because it didn't even move. And it was a midnight squid. And I'm thinking, okay, it's 11:20 and we still have to get to the top. So we, I don't mean to hit you with that. Yes, take us back up. So 11:30. Let's see how long it takes us to get back to the top. 11:40. So that's 10 minutes. Oh my. 11:50. So that's 20 minutes. Passing. It's getting lighter out there. All right, 30 minutes. It took us 30 minutes to get back up. So that's important to keep in mind if you're going to run over here and fish. So it's already very late. I do have a farm totem. I happen to have it on me. Now, if I didn't want to use that, there was a little guy that was standing by the little Willie's shed, and he would have, for 200, I think, brought us back here. So I'm thinking, okay, what have I got to throw into the shipping bin real quick, because it's late. It's getting later. Like I already know I've got the highest quality of those fish. Perch, gray bullhead, iridium bullhead. Not sure about that. So I've thought about it. It's like, oh my gosh, run over here and check real quick. And I'm in the wrong box. Bullhead, yes. Put my fishing rod away. These guys I think I'm going to put down there, and I call them the non-fish fish chest, the crustacean fish chest. So there's a bullhead, and I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I'm going to try to work on those 5 of each fish. It's like run down here and put these away. It's already 12:40. It's so late. Okay, we didn't have any of those, so we're going to keep them. And again, I'm going to try to keep 5 of everything. And oh my gosh, it's so late. I hate that. It makes me stressed out. We're going to put the coffee in the fridge because we'll give that to Harvey. Coffee is his favorite thing. It's one of his loved things. So if you got a relationship problem, if you give him one of those things, he'll be happy with you. I think it gives you a bunch of stars. So anyway, we're going to put this stuff away. I'm going to keep that. The 1 pair of those shoes, and it's getting super late. That's going to end our day and our episode. Thank you for following along on this very fun journey with me. If you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel. If you like my videos, give me a like, because that lets me know that somebody appreciates what I'm doing. In the meantime, my most important thing though is I want you to have a wonderful rest of your day.